A rabbit is a furry animal with long ears and a short, fluffy tail. A rabbit moves about by hopping on its hind legs. Many children have pet rabbits. For many years, men have hunted rabbits for meat and for their skins. Most untamed rabbits live in a shallow hole in the ground. A rabbit eats many kinds of plants like clover, grass, weeds, and in the winter, bark and twigs.
Rabbit reads, R reads,
Running a race is fun, said Ricky the rabbit. Coming in first has become rather a habit.
Ricky Rabbit dearly loved to run. He was a wonderful runner. When a race began, he was always right out in front, and no one ever caught up with Ricky Rabbit. He really had a knack for running races. One day, Ricky Rabbit woke up just not feeling too well. He couldn't tell exactly where he hurt, but he just felt tired and lazy and not ready for the day. "Oh," groaned Ricky Rabbit, "I don't feel well." "What's the matter, Ricky Rabbit?" asked his mother. "I don't know exactly, Mum. I just don't feel well." "Oh, well, why don't you just rest a while instead of running out to play right away?" "I think I will," said Ricky Rabbit, falling back on his soft bed of leaves and grass. "I think my throat hurts." "Go get a nice drink of cold water. Maybe that will help. Then I think you should take it easy for a while," said Ricky Rabbit's mother. Ricky Rabbit giggled to himself as he came back from the cold river. "Mum, since I'm a rabbit, I surely am glad it's my throat that is sore." "Why's that, Ricky Rabbit?" "Since my throat is small, it doesn't hurt very much. But if my ears were sore, I would have a big pain because they are so long." His mother smiled. That afternoon, Ricky Rabbit felt better, but he didn't seem to be as strong as before. A group of his friends came shouting, "Ricky Rabbit! Ricky Rabbit!" "What is it?" Ricky asked. "There's a new rabbit here and he wants to race with you. He must be pretty good, Ricky Rabbit. He thinks he can beat you." "Oh no, oh dear," Ricky Rabbit thought to himself. "Today he probably can beat me. I don't feel a bit like running." "Come on, Ricky Rabbit," they said. "He's waiting to run a race with you. Come on, everyone is waiting." Ricky Rabbit decided to go and see what this new super rabbit looked like. My, but he was big. For the first time in his life, Ricky Rabbit was not sure he could come in first in a race. Coming in first had become a habit with him. Would it be fair to refuse to race just because he couldn't win? "I'd like to win, but, well, I guess I'll run anyway," said Ricky Rabbit. The runners lined up, the race started, and Ricky Rabbit jumped out ahead, just as he always did. His heart began to pound, his throat hurt, and his legs felt weak. Before long, the new rabbit ran past him. "I may as well give up," Ricky Rabbit thought. "I know now I can't win today. Why should I try?" Just then, Ricky Rabbit heard a little voice from the rocky path. "Yeah, Ricky! Ricky Rabbit! Come on, Ricky Rabbit! Yay, you can make it!" It was Sammy Snail. "No, I can't, Sammy Snail," Ricky Rabbit puffed. "I'm tired out and half sick and I can't win the race. I don't think I can even finish the race." Yes, yes you can, Sammy Snail said, encouraging him. I just know you can. Ricky Rabbit didn't know whether he could or not, but if Sammy Snail thought he could, well, maybe he could go a little farther. That's the way, Ricky Rabbit, Sammy Snail said. Now you can go just a little bit farther. You can make it if you try. I know you can. Ricky Rabbit was puffing now and his legs ached. But I can't win, Sammy Snail. Well, winning isn't everything, Ricky Rabbit. Just try to finish the race. It's always good to finish what you start. If you just keep on, I know you can finish. Ricky Rabbit could see the finish line now, but he wasn't sure his legs would carry him. I'll try, Sammy Snail. Keep trying, Ricky Rabbit. You can do it. If you just keep on trying, you can do even the hard things. Finish what you start. It makes you feel so much better. Ricky Rabbit stumbled and almost fell, but he kept on going. He hurt all over, but he decided he would finish that race. Maybe he couldn't always win first place, but he could finish what he had started. As the new rabbit crossed the finish line, there were shouts of, "The winner! The winner! New rabbit is first!" Ricky Rabbit could hear it, but he just kept on running. Winning is good, but finishing what you start is very important. As Ricky Rabbit crossed the finish line, he heard Sammy Snail's small voice saying, "Yay, Ricky Rabbit! He finishes what he starts! Yay, Ricky Rabbit! He didn't give up!" Soon all the animals were saying it too. "Yay, Ricky Rabbit! Yay, Ricky Rabbit! He finishes what he starts! Yay, Ricky Rabbit!" What was Ricky Rabbit's favourite exercise? Yes, he really liked running, didn't he? What made Ricky Rabbit feel sick? Well, he just woke up not feeling all that well, did he? And he had a sore throat. What two things made him feel better? Yes, a drink of nice cold water and laying down for a bit of a rest. What did the new Super Rabbit want to do? Yes, that's right. He wanted to race Ricky Rabbit, didn't he? Why did Ricky Rabbit not want to run today? Yes, because he didn't feel well, but also because he didn't think he could win. When he was tired and half sick, who said, "Come on, you can make it"? Yes, it was Sammy Snail. Who won the race? Yes, the new rabbit won the race, didn't he? Winning is good, but what else is very important? That's right, finishing what we start. Should we give up and quit when we are tired? No, we shouldn't, should we? Should we finish what we start? Yes, that's right. Always finish what you start if you can.
Listen as I tell you a word. Can you hear the R sound? Rope. Do you hear the R sound in rope? Yes. Rope has the R sound. Or. Do you hear the R sound in or? Yes. Or has the R sound. Dime. Does dime have the R sound? No, there's no R sound in dime. Box. Does box have the R sound? No, box doesn't have the R sound. Dark. Does dark have the R sound? Yes, dark has the R sound. No. Does the word no have the R sound? No, it doesn't. No does not have the R sound. Rug. Does rug have the R sound? Yes, it does. That's right. Stay. Does stay have the R sound? No, no, it doesn't. Star. Does star have the R sound? Yes, yes, it does. Rare. Does rare have the R sound? Yes, it does. It has it twice. Listen as I read a sentence. Can you find the word that has the R sound? Can you jump rope? Can you jump rope? Which word has the R sound? That's right, rope. God made the dark for the night. Which word has the R sound? God made the dark for the night. Which word has the R sound? That's right, dark. A rug feels soft on my toes. A rug feels soft on my toes. Which word has the R sound? That's right, rug. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. Which word has the R sound? Twinkle, twinkle, little star. That's right, star. Let's race when we get home. Which word has the R sound? That's right, race. Blend these sounds. R, A, R, A, ray. R, a, r, a, ra. R, a, r, a, ra. A, r, a, r, air. A, r, a, r, air. A, r, a, r, r. Let's read these words. R, a, r, a, ray, ray. R, a, r, r, a, r, rare, rare. M, a, r, m, a, r, mare, mare. A, r, a, r, fair, fair, fair. A, r, a, r, air, air. R, a, m, r, a, m, ram, ram. A, r, a, r, r. M, a, r, m, a, r, mar, mar. A, r, a, r, far, far.
For I determined to know Jesus Christ. 1 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 2. David was a young man who had 7 older brothers. David's country was at war with some people from the country of Philistia. The 3 oldest brothers followed their king to war, and David was sent home to care for his father's sheep at Bethlehem. Now there was one man in the army from Philistia of whom everyone was afraid. He was absolutely huge. He was 9.5 feet, which is 2.9 metres, tall. I've never seen anyone that tall, have you? Now I've seen some tall basketball players, 7 feet, 2.1 metres tall, but Goliath was more than 2 feet or 60 centimetres taller than that. Wow, not only was he big, but he was well protected. He had heavy brass protectors on his body and a helmet on his head. His spear was so heavy, an ordinary man could not carry it. This giant's name was Goliath, and he said, "Send a man out to fight me. If you have someone who can fight me and kill me, we will not need to continue the war. We will be your servants. If I kill him, the war will be over and you will be our servants." Now the Israelites were God's people. They should not have been afraid of Goliath and the Philistines, but they were scared. The king was afraid, the officers were afraid, all the soldiers were afraid. Even David's 3 brothers were afraid. No one wanted to fight Goliath. That evening, Goliath again came out in all his armour and made the same speech, but no one wanted to fight him. The next morning he came out again and made the same speech, but no one agreed to fight him. Each evening and each morning for more than a month, the 2 armies looked at each other across a big valley. Every morning and every evening, Goliath came out with a soldier carrying a shield before him. And every day the Israelites hoped someone would agree to fight Goliath. But no one did. David's father knew the food supply for the army might be low. "David," he called, "I want you to go out to the army camp and take some food for your 3 brothers. Here is some corn and 10 loaves of bread for your brothers and some cheese for their commander. Go and see how your brothers are." David was probably excited about going to see how the war was going. He got up early the next morning and went to the army camp. The army was lining up with a great shout when David arrived. Maybe they would fight today. David ran quickly to talk with his brothers. But wait, what was happening? As David talked to his brothers, the giant Goliath came out again and gave his daily speech. David heard him say, "Why have you come out to battle with us? Choose a man to come out and fight me." David looked around expectantly to see who would go and fight Goliath. Surely God would send someone to win this battle for his people. As David watched, no man came forward to fight. Instead, they were all running back. "Did you see that man?" they said. "He is defying us. Someone should fight him. The king says he'll make the man rich who will fight him. He will even give his daughter to marry the person who can kill Goliath." David thought it was a shame no soldier would fight Goliath. "Did you hear what he said? Don't you know you are the army of the living God? How can you let him threaten you?" David's brothers heard this, and I think maybe they were embarrassed that they were afraid to fight. Eliab, the oldest, was angry with David and scolded him. "Why did you come here anyway, David? Did you just go off and leave the sheep for which you were responsible? You are proud and haughty, and you just wanted to come and see the battle." David knew this was not true, but he answered, "What have I done? Isn't there something here that needs to be done?" Then David asked again, what would be done? He could hardly believe no one would fight Goliath. Finally, the king heard that David was there and sent for him. When David came in, he boldly said to the king, "Tell the people not to worry. I'll go fight this Philistine." The king said, "But you're young and untrained for battle. He's been a man of war from his youth." Then David told how God had already helped him kill a lion and a bear. "I can do the same thing to this ungodly Philistine because it's God's army that he is defying. The Lord delivered me out of the paw of the lion and out of the paw of the bear. He will deliver me out of the hands of this Philistine." King Saul said, "Go, and the Lord be with thee." Then King Saul gave David the king's own armour and helmet. David put on the armour, but he was uncomfortable. He had never before worn armour. "I cannot go with these." David instead took his shepherd's staff and his sling. He chose 5 smooth stones out of the brook and went to face Goliath. Here came Goliath with a man before him carrying Goliath's shield. Here came David. David looked like a child to Goliath. He cursed David, saying, "What do you think I am? A dog that you will hit with that stick?" David was not worried. "You come to me with a sword and a spear and a shield," he said, "but I come to you in the name of the Lord. This day will the Lord deliver you into my hands." David ran towards Goliath. Quickly, he put a stone in his sling and drew back his arm. Zing went the stone, right to the forehead of the giant. David had won with God's help. The Israelites had been saved by their God. He had not used an army, but a boy with a sling and a stone. 1 Samuel chapter 17. Character objective. Determined. To learn to do God's will no matter what. We must purpose to accomplish God's best regardless of the opposition. The Bible tells us God will be with us. Joshua 1:5. For I determined to know Jesus Christ. 1 Corinthians 2:2. For I determined to know Jesus Christ. 1 Corinthians 2:2. Say it with me. For I determined to know Jesus Christ. 1 Corinthians 2:2.
Rabbit reads R. R reads R.
Running a race is fun, said Ricky the rabbit. Coming in first has become rather a habit.
Rabbit reads R. R reads R. Rabbit reads R. R reads R.
Now it's time to do your word building pace. Today you will do pages 1 through 8 and any math pages that your supervisor has assigned to you.